In the village of Alamabiri, people believed nothing truly disappeared. Not the dead, not the past, not even forgotten names. Everything simply waited to be remembered. The village lay between a red earth road and the thick forest of Iriko spirits, where trees leaned close together as if whispering secrets. Each evening, smoke rose from cooking fires, and the sound of pestles beating yam echoed like a steady heartbeat. But what truly defined Alamabiri was the drum. It was called Ogbanj Enke, the drum that remembered names. No one alive remembered who made it. Some said it came from a tree struck by lightning. Others believed it was shaped by hands that refused to let history fade. What everyone agreed on was this: when the drum was played during the festival of returning, it called the names of those the world had forgotten. And when a name was spoken, something answered. Sometimes a blessing, sometimes a warning, sometimes a truth that could no longer remain hidden. Zinara had never touched the drum. At 18, she was old enough to stand among the drummers, yet the elders always sent her away. Fetch water, tend the fire, sit and listen. So she listened. She listened to the soft hum that rose from the drum, even when untouched, like a breath held too long. She listened to the sudden silence whenever her shadow crossed the square. And she listened to her grandmother, Mama Oru, who spoke only at night. "You were born on a night without stars," Mama Oru once said. "The sky closed its eyes when you arrived." Zinara laughed, uneasy. "Is that bad?" "It means," Mama Oru replied, "the world feared what you might remember." The year Zinara turned 18, the festival of returning came late. The rains faltered, crops struggled. At night, villagers dreamed of voices calling them by unfamiliar names that felt strangely close. The elders decided the drum must be played. That night, the village gathered around the fire. Masks shaped like animals and ancestors glowed softly. The air smelled of palm wine and anise. The head drummer, Kalu, lifted his hands. Before he struck, the drum spoke, not in sound but in voice. "Zinara." The village froze. "That name has never been called," Kalu whispered. The drum pulsed again. "Zinara, daughter of the unremembered, come." They tried to stop her, but the earth beneath Zinara's feet warmed gently, guiding her forward. When her fingers touched the drum, the night shifted. Images filled her mind, villages fading like old songs, voices layered with meaning, stories waiting to be heard again. And then she saw her mother, young, brave, holding her beneath a sky without stars. "I tried to protect our story," the woman whispered. The drum resonated. "Your name was erased. Your people were forgotten. Will you remember them?" Zinara fell to her knees. "Yes," she said, "I will." The drum fell silent, but the world listened. In the days that followed, Zinara began to notice what others missed. She sensed change before it came. Names returned through dreams and wind and quiet moments. Wells filled, songs resurfaced, stories breathed again. The elders understood. Zinara was named keeper of names, not to rule, but to remember. On the morning she left Alamabiri, Mama Oru placed a charm in her hand. "The true names will never rush you," she said.
Zinara stepped onto the red earth road. Beyond memory and forgetting, the world waited, and Zinara walked forward, listening and collecting all the names that were forced to be forgotten.